Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a sterile dressing change. First, I will verify my doctor's orders. I will check for allergies just to be on the safe side. And I will gather my supplies. So I will need my saline, tape measurer, 2 packs of gauze, my ABD pad, absorbent pad, red bag, and then a Sharpie and a tape measure and some sterile gloves and saline. So now I'm ready to go to my patient's room. I will start off by introducing myself and telling the patient what we're going to be doing today. So I'll wipe down this area so I can be clean for my supplies. Throw it in the trash, and I will position my patient into a good working height for me. I'm going to take my red bag and my absorbent pad. Place this pad up under your patient. My red bag at the end of the bed. Okay, so now I'm ready to wash my hands, and I will put on clean gloves. So I have on my clean gloves, and I'm going to do this in a wonton position formation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I did it in the 4 corners, and I'm going to observe this for color, odor, consistency, and the amount. And I will place that into my red bag. So now I will count how many sutures it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I will measure this using the centimeter side. And exactly 2 centimeters. So now I'm ready to remove my clean gloves, perform hand hygiene, and I'm ready to gather my supplies. So I'm going to start off by doing my 4 pieces of tape. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on my 4th one, I'm going to date it, put the time on there, and also my initials. I'm going to wash my hands again, and I'm going to gather my 2 packs of gauze and my ABD pad, along with my sterile gloves and my saline. So I'm going to take my saline now, and I'm going to put the label in the palm of my hand, remove the top, and have this with the bottom facing downward. So now I'm going to swoosh my saline. Okay. I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to pour it onto my gauze. Now I'm going to take the cap, place it back on. I'm going to set this to the side. So now I'm ready for my clean gloves. I'm going to perform hand hygiene again. And I'm going to don sterile gloves. have on my sterile gloves. I'm gonna grab this in the middle into my trash. So now I'm ready to start cleaning. So I'm gonna grab this in the middle, pull it to me, and I provided privacy for my patient. So now I'm gonna grab this one time. Okay, I'm gonna start off by cleaning it directly down the middle into my red bag, making sure I don't cross over. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in like a hook and get the outside farthest away from me into my red bag. I'm gonna take one more. I'm gonna clean closest to me into my red bag. So now I'm done with this one. So now I'm ready to take this one, gonna grab it in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to pat dry into my red bag. Okay, going in like a hook, pat dry again into my red bag. Okay. Pat and dry closest to me into my red bag. And with this last one, I'm gonna take it, place it over the dressing. I'm gonna take my ABD pad, grab it right on that blue line and pinch it, just like this, and placing it directly over it. And now I'm gonna touch my tape. So one of cross on the sides. And then the one where I time dated and initialed it, I'm gonna place it on the top. Okay, so now I can remove this, place this into my red bag as well, and I am also done with this. And I'm gonna position my patient back into a low position, make sure the bed rails are up, side rails are up, bed low and locked, and the call light is in reach. Remove